Okay, let me just start it off by introducing myself.
That sounds great.
I'm Big Daddy Don Garlits,
And I'm Let's Go 360.
and I've always had the utmost respect for veterans. My uncle fought in the European theater against the Nazis in World War II. I'm 9 years artillery veteran and a 30-year volunteer naval recruiter.
Oh, wow. Thank you
So
for your service.
I
also.
love the veterans.
And we love you too,
And
Dad.
the plane outside is a testimony to that. That plane that I raced that on the deck of the Lexington.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's awesome.
That was the beginning of my naval career.
Okay.
But anyway, the museum's been here for 40 years in Ocala. We have cars from all over the world and all over the United States. We trace drag racing back to the early 50s. These are some streamliners, which was an early attempt at streamlining. But the problem was they were too heavy. The lighter cars outran them. And so it all revolved back to the lighter cars and the slingshots, which you see over here. This is a funny car. This is Don Perdome's funny car. This was the first car over 250 miles an hour and a quarter mile for a funny. These are the slingshot dragsters. This was the rage in the 60s. These are cars this was the last word. And then I blew my foot off when a transmission exploded, and I built this car right here, which put the driver out front. This changed the whole sport. Within a year, all the slingshots were gone, and the driver was sitting in front of the engine. And of course, over here we have some of the real early cars. This is a Speed Sport Roadster from 1957. Here's the Bug, the first dragster, 1949. And this is the Muscle Bomb, the first car over 150 miles an hour and a quarter.
Wow.
Here was another attempt at streamlining, but again, the body made the car too heavy. And they reverted back to the lightweight cars of this nature. Over here on the right is the car that blew my foot off. There's a picture of it, of the explosion in Long Beach, California, 1970, March. It was a bad day for me. I lost part of my right foot, but I came back and changed the sport and made it safer.
Right.
And then that caused all of these cars to be built. This car held the world record for over 7 years, 250 miles an hour. This car was built in 72 hours and went to Indy and won the race.
Wow, that's impressive.
I shaved my beard on the starting line. There's a crowd gathered around me while I did it.
And you also helped create these suits, right?
This was the first Garlits car with the late model 426 Hemi.
Okay.
This was the new engine that Chrysler built in 1964. Prior to that, we used the old 392s, like in this car. This was the engine of choice for many years. It's come out of a 1957 or 58 Chrysler, 392 cubic inches. We didn't think there'd ever be anything that would be better, but the 426 was better, which is still the standard of the industry today. This is my first dragster, built in 1955. I won the Southeastern Championships in Lake City, Florida with it. And my club president said, I get you retire now because you will never beat the Californians.
Oh.
He was wrong.
Yes, sir.
From that, I graduated to this. This is Swamp Rat 1. First car over 170, over 180, and 190. It eventually went 204 miles an hour, which was a daring feat because this is not really a proper roll cage for those kind of speed.
No.
Never sold this car, always kept it. And it was restored in 1979. And they always said it never went 180. That was a phony time. So after I restored it in 1979, I took it up to Bristol, Tennessee, went 182. I have the time slip.
That is amazing.
Anyway, the museum is open 7 days a week. It's only closed on Christmas And Thanksgiving, it's 9 to 5. Come early. It's big. It takes more than a day to see the whole thing.
Oh, I bet. I mean, this is amazing. So much history, and I appreciate your time, Don. And veterans are going to love, seeing this and learn more about you. Thanks again.
Thank you so much.